A huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Life can push us around sometimes. Uncertainty about where you are in life can lead you to depression, and depression doesn't lead anywhere you want to go. I know because I've been there, but in those times when I experienced low moments, I turned to therapy, and it was incredibly helpful. That's why I'm incredibly excited to introduce our partner today, BetterHelp.
BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more accessible and affordable.
This is important because finding the right therapist can be challenging, especially when you're constrained by geography. Here, enter BetterHelp, a game changer, with its innovative online platform bringing professional therapy to you. Getting started is effortless. Just answer a few questions and they'll pair you with a therapist who's your ideal fit, often in a matter of days. Simply click the link in my description, betterhelp.com/BEFRS. Using that link not only supports this channel, but it also helps you to get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. If you want to change your therapist at any point, it's easy. There will be no extra charges and no insurance hurdle.
Regardless of if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human who lives in this world who's going through a hard time, therapy can give you tools to approach your life in a very different way.
So let's embark on this journey together. Head over to betterhelp.com/BEFRS and let's turn life's challenges into stepping stones toward a happier you. Now, on to the show. In this video, oh my God, that tastes like $40 million. I'll be trying out 2 iconic fast food chains.
Oh, and there is bacon.
McDonald's. My meal costs $2,540,000. And Burger King. Oh, Burger King is selling a fucking Big Mac here in the Middle East. Welcome to the city of Beirut. We are smack in the middle of the Middle East. Though I find Lebanon to be a very open, accepting country. In fact, it's said that the country is about half Christian and half Muslim. They also have an affinity for American fast food. Here you can find KFC, Burger King, and behind me, McDonald's. This is what I like right here. That's how you spell McDonald's in Arabic. Pretty sweet. In just a moment, I'm gonna step inside the McDonald's. I wanna see if they have any menu items that are completely different from the USA or similar items that taste different. My second biggest concern is the price. You see, in 2020, Lebanon underwent a dramatic economic crisis. Even right now, if you look at the official exchange rate on Google, it is telling me that the burgers here cost $40. This may be the most expensive fast food of my life. Let's go see. This particular McDonald's happens to have an outdoor seating area, which is very nice. Also on this block, they have Starbucks, they have Pizza Hut, they have it all going on. All the Western classics. You can come to the Middle East and feel like you never left Minnesota. Here, they don't have the typical ordering kiosk, so I'm gonna have to interface with actual local human beings. I'm a little bit anxious, but let's see how it goes. Could I please have a Big Mac set? Also have a chicken Big Mac, the spicy nuggets, and a mushroom and Swiss burger. This is all I have right here. $2,540,000. Okay, so it comes out to about $30 for all that. What is the exchange rate here? Do you know?
91.
So 91,000 for every American dollar. Meanwhile, the official exchange rate is 15,000. Thank you very much. Okay, this is all my change. This is a little bit of USD, and then this is a lot of the local currency. About 3 years ago, one of these notes used to be worth about $66. Now it's worth about $1. Brutal. Guys, check it out. We have our food right here. I've got 4 burgers, some nuggets and fries and a drink. And honestly, I should have gotten more food. I just felt the pressure, you know, like when you're talking to a human, you feel like you have to hurry up. Ugh, humans. Let's start with these fries. Crunchy, salty, addictive. They're like crack in the form of fried potatoes. Tasty fries. And a delicious Diet Coke. 0 calories, so it cancels out all of these calories. Let's talk about money. My meal cost $2,540,000. According to Google, I just paid $169 based off the official currency exchange rate. But inside, they told me it was roughly $30-something. It seems very similar to what it would be in the USA, or maybe even slightly cheaper. McDonald's in the USA used to be like, well, I'm broke and I'm hungry. I'll get McDonald's. It's tasty. Now it's like, I'm broke because I ate McDonald's. Big change. I don't know what happened there. So the first thing we're gonna try here is the Big Mac. Did you ever want to know how to say Big Mac in Arabic? Well, there it is. It looks good overall. Looks like a pretty typical build. I couldn't really tell it apart from an American Big Mac. Let's try it out. It's really good. The special sauce is really feeling special today. It's delicious, stratified layers of yummy beef, bread, lettuce, cheese. 10 out of 10. Here's my big question for you guys watching. Are you a Big Mac guy or are you a Whopper guy or gal? For me, if I had to choose between a Big Mac or a Whopper, it's Whopper every time. It's so juicy, it's tomatoey. They put in mayonnaise and ketchup. Very lovely. Big Mac, a respectable second place though. Let's jump over here to the spicy nuggets. I've not lived in the USA just for a scant 15 years, so I'm not sure if spicy nuggets exist in the USA. Do they? Also, this is something I don't really see as an option for dipping sauces. It's just hot mustard. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe somebody in Tampa Bay, they're gonna say, oh, no, we've had that for a long time already. This doesn't look any different from the non-spicy nugget, so how am I to know? I guess I won't until I bite it. It's Well, 1 out of 10 spicy. It's not very spicy. It tastes different though from an American nugget, and it's hard to pin down what that is. Gonna hit it with some mustard here. It's sweet and hot, kind of like my wife. I've had a Big Mac before. Something I don't think I've ever had is the Chicken Mac. Oosh. This is what Taco Bell does. They have the same 5 ingredients. They remix them into 1,000 different menu items. Here, we have a Big Mac bun. We have the chicken patty that they already had from the McChicken. Take a bite. Oh my God. It's very satisfying. The difference between this and a McChicken is that it has cheese, and the cheese is coming through in a big way. Very creamy. You hit it with the mayonnaise, you get a little bit of tang. I don't usually love lettuce, but it's giving a little bit of texture. It's like Kevin Richardson of the Backstreet Boys. It's nice that he's there, but if he wasn't there, would we know? What is Kevin Richardson's net worth? Okay, his net worth is $40 million, so joke's on me. Anyways, back to the chicken. That tastes like $40 million. Now here's something I've never seen in the USA. This is the Grand Chicken. It's a big chicken sandwich. It's a big bun, maybe a little bit of spinach on there, some white cheese, 1 tomato just way off to the side. And then on this side, more cheese, and then a much more robust, big, thick fried chicken patty. Oh yeah. Wow, the greens are surprisingly good. It tastes like maybe arugula. There's tomato, there's pepper jack. It's got a little kick. That chicken patty is really thick and a delicious savory sauce too. Juicy, savory, I love it. There's one thing you will notice about this menu though. They have a lot more chicken options, but they have 0 pork options. Clearly that's because of the big Muslim community here. I think it's easier just to have no pork across the board. Last we've come to our final and most expensive burger, the mushroom and Swiss. Whoosh, wow. You open up the box and you get a wrapped burger. Delicately unwrapping it, there's been some leakage. There's a lot of Swiss juices happening in here. That is a double patty, a load of mushrooms, creamy white sauce, then sticky cheese between both beef patties, and even more cheese on the bottom. There's a lot going on here. Let's take a bite. Oh man. One of the best mushroom and Swiss burgers I've ever had in my life. Tons of big mushrooms, tons of cheese, and this cream sauce is to die for. This is really impressive. You know, when I was a kid, they didn't have stuff like this on the McDonald's menu. These days, McDonald's is really trying to diversify, which can be a dangerous game. Think about it this way. When you were young, there were like 4 types of toothpaste. Go to the toothpaste aisle now. There's no way we should have 96 options for toothpaste, but we do. Why? Because marketers panic. They don't know what to do, so they create more options. That's what's happening here. This is my first meal for today, but I've got one more coming up at Burger King. Let's go. We've just come to a mall. Actually, we're inside of a beautiful rooftop food court. Behind me is the smallest Burger King I've ever seen in my life. It's a little triangle. But they have a full menu, and actually a lot of menu items I've not seen before, including bacon. That doesn't come from a pig. But what animal does it come from? Let's go inside and find out. So there's no kiosk. We're gonna have to deal with another human being again. Could I please have a Whopper and a Big King? And could I have a steakhouse and Twister fries and Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Yes, sir, it's a refill.
Oh, I do it myself. Okay. Okay, right here. They have Pepsi. Pepsi is way worse than Coke. Everybody knows it, but maybe they get a good discount or something. I like getting my own soda. I feel like I kind of earned it, you know? I worked for it. Among the burgers I got, one of them is called a steakhouse, and it has bacon on top, and it looks freaking gigantic. I've never seen it in the US. Let's see how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Burger King in the Middle East, in Lebanon, actually. This looks fantastic. I've got 4 burgers. Again, I'm gonna start with the classic right here. This is the Whopper. We're doing a little QA, quality assurance. Burger King will thank me for this. It looks great. Now, the only thing is they didn't ask me if I wanted a Whopper with cheese. And can I say something? When you go to the fast food place and there's a bunch of TVs and the menu keeps changing, does that give anybody else anxiety? That gives me tremendous anxiety. I can't read that fast, so now I'm already living in regret, but it's okay. The Whopper, it looks very warm in my hands. The bread is soft. You can see they put way too much mayonnaise in this particular area, and that looks tasty to me. Try it out. I need one more bite to know for sure. It tastes 95% the same. There's something about the Whopper. There's something about that incredible combination of lettuce, tomato, mayo, ketchup, and then the smoky beef patty, the flame grilled patty. Are there actually flames back there? Probably not. But at some point, they put flames or flame seasoning onto this patty, and it's very nice. Here's one thing I was not expecting. They have a chicken Whopper, which I've never heard of before. Look at that, 2 tomatoes. That's how it should be. It should never be 1 tomato to the side. We've got lettuce, and we've got a load of mayo, and this is a flame-kissed chicken. Very juicy. That's surprisingly delicious. If you're one of those vegetarians that doesn't eat beef, but eats chickens because they're kind of dumb, and you don't care that much about their feelings, this is for you. can taste the smoke. And that's what I want at home. I want Burger King to sell in bottles whatever smoke flavoring is going into this. So that is the chicken Whopper. What's next? The pork chop Whopper, tuna Whopper, dolphin Whopper, peacock Whopper. All these are viable options for the future. This right here. If we were in the USA, this would be called curly fries. Here, it says it's on the menu for a limited time, and they're called twister fries, or twisted. Not curly fries. I'm not sure why. Perhaps people in Lebanon prefer the word twisted or twister over curly, but they're looking pretty curly to me. Cheers. It tastes like a pretty standard American curly fry. I was hoping they put some cumin or something like that on there, but no. Here, a spicy cheese ball. I do believe I maybe had this before when I was in Spain, but this time they're actually still melted. They're too chemically, too like oozy, fake liquid cheese. Onto this right here. This is another burger I've never heard of before. That is the Big King. Well, what is inside a Big King, you ask? Let's find out. So it's like a amazing discovery. Burger King is selling a Big Mac and they're calling it a Big King. How is this not front page news? They have special sauce, they have pickle, they have lettuce, they have 3 layers of bread, they have cheese on the bottom. This is a fucking Big Mac. Is that even allowed? I've never seen this before. Imagine if McDonald's made the McWhopper. Completely uncalled for. They wouldn't do it because they have something called dignity. Burger King, come on. This is fun because we already did have the Big Mac just moments ago. Now I'm going to taste Burger King's Big Mac, known as the Big King. The bread isn't as thin and fluffy. The meat has more of that smoky flavor than McDonald's. Not as much special sauce coming through. It tastes cheesy, but the special sauce ain't so special. It's not tangy. It doesn't have any pizzazz on my tongue. I feel like how girls used to feel when I went out with them on Tinder. Because I was 260 pounds, but I took all the pictures up here. So I seemed thin, and then they saw me back then, and I was like, psych, I'm huge. Are you gonna run? And they were like, I'll get a free meal. I was like, I'm actually broke too. Next burger. Right here, the last thing we got. This is the steakhouse. I've got high hopes for this. It's a steak house, an entire house of steak on one burger. Big, beautiful bun, rip it up. Wow, it's a delicious catastrophe. Lettuce, tomato, barbecue, cheese, mayonnaise, some maybe fried onions. And then right here, ladies and gentlemen, even though we're in Lebanon, I found some bacon. And guess what? That is beef bacon that they put on top, not pork bacon, which could never be as good, but let's give it a shot. It's a messy burger. The bacon is not crispy, but it's passable. It's smoky. It's got a nice chew to it. The overall sensation is very sweet barbecue sauce. It is a mess of different sauces in there. It feels like something your drunk roommate would whip up at 2 in the morning. If I had to give it a pass or a fail, I'd give it a pass. But my favorite among everything here would have to be the classic Whopper. Burger King and McDonald's, they're like the yin and the yang. Think about it. One has Coke, one has Pepsi. One has... Oh, I can't think of any other good comparisons. One has a Big Mac, one has a Big King. They're the same, but they're different. And one is good and one is evil, and you're gonna have to decide which one is which for yourself. Boom, that is the end of the video today. I want to point out one thing that's interesting. As far as exchange rates, McDonald's 91, here Burger King 92. So a little bit more for your dollar. So your money can go just a little bit further when you go to Burger King. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I gotta say, I was a little bit surprised about that Burger King made their own Big Mac. That you can't do that. That should be illegal. They're not doing that in the USA, right? I mean, I think there would be massive riots if that did happen. Overall, I have to say the burgers I enjoyed much more, or the most today, were from McDonald's this time. Part of that could be because I was hungry at that point, and right now I've had half of 10 different burgers, or not, I don't know. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. We're in a shopping mall. What can I shop for here?
Elevate your style with our brand new clothing collection. Rock out in our threads, feel the thrill of culinary adventures, and celebrate with us in style. Head on over to beffers.shop today.